All right, so we're entering a new box office weekend. There's a lot riding on this weekend for Marvel. This is going to be Fantastic Four First Steps second weekend, and they need it to hold, but it's not looking like it will. Now, there's not much competition coming out for it. The closest is Liam Neeson's Naked Gun, a comedy, which I'm actually very curious to see. So it comes out today. It's Thursday night previews. And then, of course, we'll see how it does during the weekend. I actually hear that this is funny, which is refreshing. I would like this movie to do good for one reason. It's a comedy. I'd like more comedies. We just don't get them anymore. And I guess there's some raunchy humor in here. Like it's stuff, at least according to the Jeremy Johns review, there's stuff in here that usually you just don't see in movies anymore. There's just old-time humor, you would say, from early 2000s, even though it doesn't seem like that long ago. Like it feels like an older 2000s comedy movie, and that produced some great times for comedies. So we'll see. I want this to be good. It was nice to hear that it's actually kind of funny. So I'm looking forward to this one. So as far as competition, this is it for Fantastic Four. They're saying $15 million for Naked Gun. I don't know how much it cost to make that movie. But, hey, I'm sure it didn't cost nearly as as much as Fantastic Four. But here's the problem they're running into. Fantastic Four could have a 60% decline. They're saying 55 to 60% decline for the Fantastic Four, which is not good. That's worse than Superman. Superman actually had a pretty good domestic hold. That was the saving grace for Superman. Like it's been making money domestically consistently. Will the Fantastic Four do that? I don't know. It's actually looking at the week so far compared to Superman, Fantastic Four is not holding. It's not holding very well. That's the lingering question, they say, after Disney's comic book adventure captured a healthy $117.6 million in its debut. The superhero tentpole can start strong. This one needs momentum to qualify as a hit for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In its sophomore outing, the Fantastic Four First Steps is aiming for $45 million to $52 million, a roughly 55 to 60% decline. That's a slightly bigger dip than Superman, which dropped by 53% in its second weekend. Now, Superman's not blowing the doors off of the box office either, by the way. As I kind of thought, both movies are underperforming, and it's mixed on both of them. There's a crowd that likes Fantastic Four, and there's a crowd that likes Superman. The problem is it's just not enough. And I do think that we are nearing the end of the comic book movie. It's actually kind of already here. Fantastic Four has been called the best Marvel movie in years, which, let's be honest, that's a low bar. Superman is splitting its audience. Some people love it, some people hate it. That's not good enough either. And I like Superman, but there's a lot of people that don't. So I think that they made some poor decisions with that, because you really needed that movie to appeal to everybody. Fantastic Four, I thought it was kind of boring. And like I've said before, I don't like that Reed Richards, like the old Fox movie, not that stupid The Fantastic Four, whatever that one with the black Johnny Storm, that one sucks ass. But the original two from Fox, Reed Richards actually used his powers in pretty cool ways. Reed Richards in the new movie, First Steps, sucks. You get to see his brains, but you don't get to see any of his powers. Really lame, Fantastic Four use of powers in that movie in general, other than Johnny Storm and Sue Storm. Those two get to use their powers. I would even argue that Ben is underutilized in that movie, other than maybe pulling a boat and breaking some pillars. That was kind of a Johnny Storm and Sue Storm movie. Feel free to disagree with me. It's just how I feel. But the Fantastic Four cast is not doing anything to help push this movie into better heights. Pedro Pascal, for sure, is just saying creepy shit all the time, doing creepy shit all the time, practically doing everything but grabbing Vanessa Kirby's ass anytime they're on camera together. It looks like they're going to make out. It's very strange. It feels like it's forced chemistry. And his weirdness, he says a lot of dumb shit. Like now he's calling Robert Downey Jr. Daddy Doomsday. What is with the daddy shit in this guy? Now they're calling him the internet's daddy. They're calling him capital D daddy. That's referring to him. There's a lot of cringy-ass interviews. But can we stop with this? This dude is like almost 60 years old, and he's calling Robert Downey Jr. Daddy Doomsday. Well, it seemed that the internet is kind of tired of it. A lot of people noticing this weird shit that he's been saying and doing. I don't really think there's anything that can be done to revive or hurt this movie. I think it's just passing with the wind now. But this is just very strange. It gets people talking, and not in a good way. The daddy meme is just gross and weird. The birth of the internet daddy, which started back during Last of Us, is very strange. I'm not sure this thing where he's licking this, but here was where this started. So Discussing Film posted this. Pedro Pascal says it's delicious and loads of fun facing off against Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers Doomsday. He's Daddy Doomsday to all of us. And then Mr. H says here, and rightfully so, gross, stop using the term daddy, you're like 60. It's very weird behavior. Here's another one. Okay, I take it back. This man gives off some creepy vibes. This crap makes me never want to see a Marvel movie again. I mean, I kind of have to agree. This is just gross. I don't get it. It's creepy, man. You're not a little kid, dude. You're like 60. Stop saying daddy. So, it'll be interesting to watch what happens with Fantastic Four this weekend. Like I said, there's a lot riding on this weekend. Because for this movie to make money, it's going to need legs. And I don't think it's going to have very much legs. I don't. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe it will. But I think people are done with this. It got front-loaded. There's a lot of evidence for it. The weaker week that it's had, the front-loading when it premiered, it kind of dropped down Saturday and Sunday. But maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Word of mouth, how big is it? We're going to find out in about 2 days. So, with that, let me know what you think. What are your predictions for the weekend? Are you planning to see Naked Gun? Are you planning on going to see Fantastic Four again? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Check out my comic book. There's a link for that in the description. And with that, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.